Welcome to Ron and Rose Block Building. Welcome, Lego builders. People ask all the time, should I save my boxes? I say yes. I take the boxes like I'm about to do, which is reverse engineer the boat so I can put it away to put it back in the box. Start by going number after number and just reverse through the instructions all the way back to the beginning where you start. The boxes I haven't put my stuff away in, I make sure to fold them up, keep the instructions with them, tie them up in a little baggie here, and store them away. Much less space. The other way is to take the set already built, placing it into a box, packing it such a way that you could travel with it and not have to take it all apart. We'll come across that at another time. Rose and I not only build with our Lego bricks, we play with them. I introduced Rose into Lego building and she loves it. She introduced me into anime and I have to say I love it. From Dragon Ball, Demon Slayer, One Piece, Black Clover, it just goes on and on. So as we build, we play with these. Lego does not build and make some of these sets. And that's what we're going to discuss right now, other brands. With that being said, so many different hobbies together, and we play with our bricks all the time. So when Dragon Ball came out, of course, we had to have Dragon Ball up on top there, on the clouds. We even got all the little Dragon Balls. Those are cake toppers, according to what we purchased. As we got into here, and especially in the beginning of me building with bricks, these three boats were all from a yard sale. Got them for like 10, 20 bucks a piece. They were not original Legos, but hey, they look pretty good in my book, and so far they've sat here, along with all the off-brand characters that we have in the boats. When we talk about off-brands, the first thing I'm going to talk about are the mini bricks. Many people have built, and I've seen them with the very mini bricks here. I will tell you this, I will never build another mini brick ever again. This was a nightmare. I'm surprised I'm holding it right now. It was one of the most difficult and hard builds because of the size. It was, yeah. Brands that I personally have purchased is the Tyco, and that was the clock here. The build was fairly simple. The instructions were confusing, but I can't blame that on anything but my own brain. The stickers, on the other hand, I had to have Rose put on because they were a nightmare. The clock itself has kept time for the last month and a half, so I'm calling it a big win. Very impressive. Again, I have not seen an actual Lego clock that I could have purchased, so guess what? Brick Craft Botanicals. Much like Legos, the pieces do intermix. You could have them together. You can tell the difference of the pieces. Their colors are different. With that being said, to put these in between some of your Lego other arts, it really pops out and it brings out the colors of everything else, because now you're not just getting the one sheen, you're seeing multiple sheens, which most flowers have. Mega blocks. I mean, let's just say it. The wife is a big Pokemon fan. Thus, you have Mega Blocks. Don't call it fake Lego, you call it Mega Blocks. As you can see, we've never grown up. We've been watching the anime and having fun with it forever. So when I come across One Piece, and I've had these for quite a while, way before they brought them out on Lego. Who was who? This was first. I've had these longer, but they're not Lego brand. Same with Dragon Ball. We'll not talk about the tattoos because let's check it out. We've actually got our little figures here. Again, they call them cake toppers, but that's Dragon Ball to me. And well, since Lego don't make it, the only way to get it is to have an off-brand. With that being said, they're not off-brand. They're just a different brand. I mean, who can resist The Shining and Jack Nicklaus? Here's Johnny. Lemmy bricks. The way they have built and their lighting, in my opinion, has become next level. They've done a really great job. I've only been able to get one of the small sets here. I was very impressed with the build, the way they have it, and the lighting in it, and how they build their lighting is quite impressive. Because as you can see, there are no wires visible to see, because they have made their bricks so that they are inside and hollow. There's little spots for it to go, which was mind-blowing in my opinion. This was just one of the small little trucks, whereas Liz Blaiswell, she had just finished one of the big sets. So you might want to look at some of her page and some of her views on that, because it was incredible what these people have done, and they're bringing Lego and bricks to the next level. The competition that is out there right now is really what it's all about, because that's what's going to keep the industry going. You can't appreciate Lego if you haven't actually built with the instructions from this guy. I'm telling you. To be able to, like with the one-piece figures, some of the figures I have are great to play with. Others, don't touch it. Everything's going to fall off. So keep that in mind too with some of the off brands. The other brands, I have to myself stop thinking of that, because that's what this is all about. Being able to stay together. Lego means play well. That's part of it. Getting along with the neighbors. Hot Wheels has just came out with the Mega Bloks, and Hot Wheels is both owned by Mattel. So even though it says Hot Wheels, it's still Mattel. Those sets, I haven't built one of those yet, but from what people have showed me on Facebook, I'm really looking forward to trying one. My last, I see all the time pictures of the Kobe bricks and the big Navy ships and the big battleships. Someday I would love to build one of those, and I love it when people post those on Lego Builders, because those are some awesome builds. I mean, who can't look at that and just say, wow. I work at Ace Hardware Monday through Friday, or most days. And when the company commissioned their bricks through Nova Bricks, which I'm giving the best shout out to right now, it was more of history than it was of the builds, but the builds themselves I have fallen in love with as well. I mean, I have a Lego town and I work at an Ace. I had to build a store there. But to start off with, the history of Ace starts off with after World War I, and the actual pilots that flew the planes opened a store and just called it Ace. Couple lumber yards. During World War II, after the pilots came back, those guys actually hired more and more and encouraged the pilots to become what is now Ace Hardware. And thus, these two planes kind of represented that, and me and myself, I had to get them. Slowly but surely, you know, I'm going to say it. The little truck, that's my favorite truck. That's my work truck. That's what we play with, and we run around all over the place. You've got Freight Day, which definitely all the freight trucks come in. The trucks themselves are in great shape. The doors all work and open. They're actually really nice. The sets themselves are fairly inexpensive, and for me, it's been great. The people themselves, as well as other sets, the way they look are a little bit different. Well, different is fine. That's what makes this world a great place, is being different. With that being said, Lego itself, the word means play well. And when you literally look at it and think about it, these people and everything else with them represents just that, playing well. And I think Lego themselves would have to agree. In order to play well, different can't be a bad word. After a long day of work, it's so much fun to come home and play with your Legos and relieve the stress of the day. Don't you agree?